What's going on, you guys? Ultimate Collector Toad here. Welcome back to another video. Welcome back to another Chucky TV series news. That's it, you guys. We made it. Today, I'm going to be breaking down Chucky TV series, the final episode, episode 8. Damn, this series has been so amazing. Can't wait for season 2. But before I start, breaking down today's episode, I just want to say #Justice for Nika, because come on, we need to give the girl a break. She's been through hell. But without further ado, let's dive right into this. What is going on, you guys? Welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to be breaking down Chucky TV series episode 8, and this series has been overall so amazing. I really love it. It's been great. I really cannot wait for season 2, and of course after I'm done with this video and all that stuff, that's it. Chucky TV series is over, but I'll always be here for Chucky TV series season 2 news. Yes, guys, I'm gonna start all over again. I've been here since day 1 for Chucky TV series season 1, and I'm going to be here again, to tell you guys any news for Chucky TV series season 2. I really cannot wait. But without further ado, let's dive right into this video. So first of all, we get a what you missed last time, a previous, of the last episode, which I have done breakdowns for all of the episodes, Chucky TV series, so go check that out if you haven't already. But first of all, we see Andy Barkley show up to Junior's home, where of course Junior and Chucky has been a team, and Junior's actually like ready to kill Andy, but he's not hasn't been a killer before, so he kind of takes a step back. But Andy goes to Junior, where he pretends that he wants to buy Chucky, and he's a good guy doll collector. But of course, Andy tries to find Chucky, but he doesn't. But later on, he does tell him, if you ever see Chucky, stay away from him. If you see Jake, call me. Tell him to call me. And then he just leaves. I'm very happy that Andy Barkley wasn't hurt. He didn't die or anything. I was so scared for that character. I don't want Andy to die, and I'm very happy he wasn't hurt. And of course, we see Chucky. He's been hiding in the bathroom all along. He hid inside the toilet, which is very funny. And of course, Chucky discusses how he hates guns. Now, he doesn't mean that he hates using guns. No, he means he hates guns being used against him, because he does mention he hate axes, a reference to Seed of Chucky. He hate those oversized fans, Child's Play 3 reference, and of course fire, like Child's Play 1. What else? Coat of Chucky. He's been tortured by fire a lot. Basically, he doesn't like stuff being used against him. And of course, it does tell us a little bit that Chucky is a little bit afraid of Andy Barkley. But later on, we get to another title card, and these are all the title cards. What is your favorite title card? Leave a comment down below. Mine has to be episode 8 with the good guy boxes. It is amazing. But next, we cut to Jake and Lexi. They are talking about why is Chucky trying to make one of them kill someone, and of course they do talk about that it is possibly a voodoo spell, and that is true. If Chucky can make if he could corrupt an innocent to kill someone, that's for a voodoo spell, and which can make an army of Chucky come to life. They made it clear for some people. I really like that they made it even more clear. But later on, they assume that the Chucky doll that Jake got from the bus station, or the subway station, could be maybe linked to all of this. Actually, it isn't. It's just a theory from them. But when Chucky's about to kill Jake and Lexi, Kaia comes to the rescue and she shots him in the head, which is, I would say, kind of a reference to Child's Play 2, how she blew up Chucky in Child's Play 2, and now his head was shot and blew up, I would say, in the TV series, which is very, very cool. Later on, Kaia discusses to them that that Chucky can split his soul. She talks about Nika. She talks all about that stuff. But before they go to Devin, because that's where because they want to go rescue Devin, she actually, I would say, she actually makes them fall asleep, because she puts something in their coffee to make them fall asleep, to protect them, because Andy would definitely be mad if something happens to them, which I do really get, I do understand. So I really, really like that scene. And of course, one thing that Kaia mentions is that Chucky can only, possess good guy dolls. They have to be, the same vessel. That's why he can't really, possess, put his soul into Spider-Man dolls or anything like that. It has to be good guy dolls, which is amazing, because if Chucky transfers his soul to a different doll, I don't know how I feel about that. But yeah, it's amazing that they also mentioned that and made it even more clear. And then Kaia goes off to try and rescue Devin in Charles Lee Ray's old home. Then we cut to Charles Lee Ray's home, where Tiffany, comes home and she looks for Nika. She's on the floor, and then Nika knocks out Tiffany. It's actually not Nika. It was actually Chucky pretending to be Nika. He hates how he was tortured inside Nika's body by Tiffany, and I'll get back to that later at the end. Damn, dude. But right now, he wants to kill her, wants to finish her off. And it's funny how they how many times have I killed you, Tiff? Was it 3 times? 2 times if you count, doll bodies. I just really, really like that. But before this, Chucky tries to kill Tiffany. The other Chucky, nicknamed Sweet Face, named by Tiffany, she comes to stop all of this with Junior. And he tells him that he likes having her around and all that stuff. And of course, before, Chucky was about to kill Tiffany, Tiffany says that you need me or the plan won't work. It looks like Tiffany is actually coming clean. She knows that Chucky's bad for her. I mean, we saw this in Bride of Chucky, 𝒂𝒓 Chucky. That always happens when they spend a lot of time with each other. But if she, doesn't really like Chucky, then why is she carrying on with his plan? Maybe she's like, yeah, I hate Chucky, a bit. I know he's, bad for me, but I still want to go with the plan because I still have feelings for Chucky. Maybe that's what's going on, but still, they didn't really make it clear for us. So I guess we just have to think outside the box. But I really love the scene where Chucky, comes running at Tiffany like a little toddler. And of course, that is a reference to Bride of Chucky, how, Tiffany, tickles Chucky and picks him up. I really, really love that scene. But later on, she takes Chucky downstairs where we see an army of Chucky, and we see Chucky explaining other Chuckies how to be Chucky. Sounds confusing, but you get it. And of course, Junior was told that he will kill Devin eventually, which doesn't really happen. But carrying on, Chucky says that he can transfer his soul to babies, which obviously, I mean, I'm glad that they can't do that. They're not savages, because I don't want to see Chucky the killer baby. I'm sorry, I don't really want to see that. But he also discusses that no kid under the age of 5 or 6, so basically they can transfer soul to under the age of 5, and they can transfer soul to a kid age of 5 or under that. They can transfer soul to a kid age of 6 and up, which is, I would say, kind of reference to Child's Play 1, because Andy Barclay was 6 years old. So yeah. Later on, we see Tiffany actually shipping the dolls, where the good guy dolls, 72, I believe, they will be actually shipped. They will be going to children's hospital. They will be, unfortunately for sick kids, and they are possessed dolls, so most likely they will kill them. That is just very, very sad. But later on, we cut to how Chucky was talking to Nika Chucky, the night how he killed Maggie, which is overall amazing. I really like that scene. But later on we see that Tiffany's getting angry, and she just gets mad, and this is where she comes clean, and we see a flashback. In the flashback we see that how actually Chucky was gunned down is because she actually called Detective Mike Norris. I really love that they actually mentioned him in the series. Hopefully we get to see him maybe in season 2. It will be overall amazing, because I really want to see Detective Mike Norris, Karen Barkley, Tyler, and many others. So hopefully they return in season 2. And if you don't get what's going on, so I think that Tiffany actually called Detective Mike Norris and told him where he goes and stuff, and maybe Sarah called in and told them the location. So I think basically it was Nika, not Nika, I'm sorry, it was Tiffany and Nika's mom who actually called in, and that's how, you know, Charlie Ray was gunned down. Or maybe Tiffany called in first, and then later on, you know, Sarah called in the police, and it was like you know, before Charlie Ray maybe came to a visit. So I think it's possible it's basically 2 of them. So Charlie Ray has a right to maybe, you know, get mad at you know, Sarah Perez, you know, Nika's mom, and also Tiffany, because I say it was the, you know, it was both of them's fault for, you know, Charlie Ray to get gunned down. Unless I'm wrong, it's a little bit confusing, but I think it's something like that. Later on, Tiffany, you know, slaps Nika Chucky, and Nika actually returns, and Chucky says to kill Nika, but of course Tiffany is madly in love with Nika, so she actually, you know, kills Chucky and chops him in the head. Of course, we already know that. Later on, we get a reference to Glenda, Glenn's sister, you know, twins, which Glenda actually sent her a bomb. So we got a reference to Glenn and Glenda in this series. We will not see Glenn and Glenda in season 1. They did not appear, unfortunately, but hopefully they appear in season 2. But we did get a mention of them, which is absolutely amazing. I really love that. It's overall amazing. And I don't really think Mrs. Fairchild is Glenda. It could be Glenda, but to be honest, I don't really think so. I don't think she's Glenda at all. But later on, moving on. Later on, you know, before Chucky was about to kill Devin, Andy comes, you know, to the rescue. He tries to get, you know, answers from the Chucky head, but Devin does escape, but Kyle comes in, opens the door, triggers the bomb, which eventually, you know, the house explodes. And that scene was so shocking because this makes you wonder, is Kyle and, you know, Andy dead? No, Andy does survive, Devin survives, but Kyle, we have no idea what happened to her, whether she survived or not. And if you think about it, Devin and Andy were inside the house, and they managed to survive. They managed to escape, and the bomb was literally right next to them. Kyle nearly stepped foot in the house, so I don't think Kyle actually died. I think maybe she was injured and took like a step back to get, you know, to heal. I don't really think she's dead. I really hope she survived. Again, hopefully we'll see in season 2, but I really hope she survived. And of course, you know, Devin actually does survive. So later on, Jake and Lexi wakes up. They think that Devin is dead, but later on, we get a reunion with Devin and Jake, because, you know, Jake finds out that he's alive and he's fine. Later on, we get to the mayor, you know, talking about today's theater opening of Frankenstein, where she also tells us that they have a special guest, a celebrity, you know, Jennifer Tilly. It's actually Tiffany in Jennifer Tilly's body. She's now as Jennifer Tilly, so it's Jennifer Tilly. A little bit confusing, but hopefully you understand. But later on, Junior tricks Lexi and tells her that he needs, you know, help with Chucky. It was obviously a trap. He tells her you have a choice, either you get killed or you can join us. But later on, she actually confronts Junior, and Junior ends up killing Chucky and him getting stabbed and dies in the process. I mean, after him killing his father, I really didn't think he'll live. I really thought he would be the one who dies. And later on, Chucky, causes mayhem in the theater where, I forgot her name. Oh yeah, Caroline's dad dies, and that actor, character of him in Cult of Chucky dies, and now in a TV series, I thought that was a bit funny. But Chucky stabs, people through the chairs in the theater, causes mayhem, and then later on, it's a 1-1 fight with Jake and Chucky, which I really love that Chucky kept on mentioning Timbala. You define how kind of like a doll be so strong with the power of voodoo, Timbala. And I do want to mention, you guys, that OneArm Chucky was killed off. Kyle did say in the episode previously that there was 3 Chuckies, that meaning they are no longer around. Of course, the haircut Chucky, the short hair one, was killed in Cult of Chucky. The melted hand Chucky was killed on later on in the episode. Of course, the Chucky head was killed off. So the OneArm Chucky was also killed off screen, which is very, very sad because he was, I'd say, one of the original dolls. He's from Cult of Chucky. Very, very sad that he was also killed off. But I just wanted to make sure that you guys know that. But yeah, moving on. I overall really liked the Timbala reference. It was amazing. I overall really liked the Timbala references. It was absolutely incredible. Later on, Jake, takes Chucky and squeezes him like a stress ball, and then ends up killing Chucky, and Chucky ends up dead. That scene was so gruesome, but kind of sick at the same time. But later on, they get out of the theater, and yeah, basically what happens is Tiffany ships the dolls, and she goes in her car, where Andy Barkley shows up, knocks the guy out. I believe he's knocked. I don't think he's dead, just knocked out. And he gives Tiffany the finger, and he goes off, possibly to destroy the dolls. But before he actually does that, he gives a thumbs up to the kids, telling them that everything is alright. And before we see what's gonna happen, the Tiffany doll returns, and she's the one who's gonna make Andy Barkley drive her to the airport. I'm like, this scene was overall amazing. I really love the return of the Tiffany dolls. All the looks of Tiffany. What is your favorite? Comment down below. That scene was overall sick, and I really hope she returns in season 2. And I really hope and can't wait to see what happens, because that scene was overall incredible. And later on, we cut to one of the final scenes, which left me heartbroken and very shocked. Tiffany, she thinks and thinks, and she decides to cut off Nika's limbs, arms and legs, because if Chucky, comes back, he won't be able to kill or run away and try to kill Tiffany. That scene was overall shocking. Like, Nika has been through hell. If you think how, in Curse of Chucky, in the beginning of Curse of Chucky, she was so happy, it was fine. But now, she just whines and cries. That is just leaves me heartbroken. We need justice for Nika. We need redemption for her. I think maybe it's just imagination. Maybe she's, having a nightmare. Maybe it's hallucination. Or what if it's a voodoo spell that makes her think that? So if Chucky returns, he won't be able to, get a knife and walk and do all of that stuff. Maybe she's under a spell. I hope that's the case. But till then, damn, I'm just overall shocked. Poor Nika. This scene was very heartbroken indeed. And then we cut to the final scene where, the trio, gives a visit to Junior, grave, because he's dead. And we see Mrs. Fairchild assuming she's the one who drove them there. Once again, she could be Glenda, but I overall don't think so. I don't think she's Glenda. Sorry. But then we see a glove, which looks like the one that Andy and Kyle had. This could be Andy, this could be Kyle. And I really hope that is Kyle, because that would mean she survived. And if that's not Kyle, well, overall, I hope Kyle survived anyway. There are 2 stuff that I had, I would say, issues with in this episode. Nika, because that was just sad, you know, seeing her like this at the end. And of course, Kaia, we didn't know if she's dead or alive. I really hope she survived. I really hope we get redemption for Nika in the next episode, and I really hope Kaia also survives and we see her not in the next episode, in the next season. Apologies. But other than that, this series is amazing, and I really cannot wait for more. But Chucky at the end, he talks to the audience, where he gives a kill count, I would say. He does count an explosion. I mean, he doesn't, of course, we know Andy and Devin survives. He doesn't mention Kyle. We don't see Kyle's, you know, body. We don't see anything, you know, with Kyle. So I think he could be, maybe he's counting himself, or maybe he's just throwing out there that he got an explosion. Possibly, but overall, I really hope Kyle survives. But yeah, guys, that was the final episode, Chucky TV series episode 8. That was the entire episode. I cannot believe I have done a breakdown for every single thing. You know, I've done a breakdown for all the episodes, all 8 episodes. That is the 8th one. That is the last one. And of course, don't forget, I have also done, you know, breakdowns on trailers, so many news over the months and years, I would say. This has been so fun doing Chucky TV series news. Don't forget, I'll always come back. I'll be back, you know, for Chucky TV series season 2 news anytime. If we get like Chucky TV series season 2 news, maybe tomorrow, I'll be doing a video on that. So yeah, it was fun doing Chucky TV series season 1 videos, and I'll be back for season 2 videos. And of course, I'll be doing other stuff too. But yeah, guys, thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to like, share, comment, subscribe. Don't forget, guys, to keep collecting. Again, this series has been amazing. Overall, here is my ranking for all of the episodes, and as a season as a whole, I give it a 9 out of 10. But yeah, guys, thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to like, share, comment, subscribe. I'll see you guys in the next video. Don't forget, guys, keep collecting. Bye.
Subscribe, damn it. I'll be back. I always come back, and so should you, you moron.